All right, all right, all right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, baby. Y'all, I just I just can't make this up. And it's so weird how things that are happening in black society right now, so on social media, socially, has everything to do with how we are failing politically, and how our men are failing us on a regular basis. And I just think that today's topic, although humorous, is something that we definitely need to discuss in depth. Okay, so I am here and you are here, and good morning. And it is really time to get it cracking. So, welcome to Blackspin. This is Nikki. Make sure you like and you subscribe. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Now, y'all, I'm sure y'all heard about Nick Cannon saying, "I'm gonna put my glasses on so I can't get something come up. I gotta read." Let me put my glasses on in case I got to read, baby. Cause not read like literally read text. You have to read words, not because nowadays the read means something else. I mean phonically read. How y'all doing this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Let me get my glasses clean. I see oils and stuff in the frame. All right. All right, all right, all right. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all, this is ridiculous. Like, I think Nick Cannon needs to sit down. It's like when them it's like, how can I put it? He recently got in trouble, what, like a year ago, and had to suck a lot of peen and apologize basically to everyone in the universe that had this color skin about what he said about the J word, the people that suffered from the Holocaust. Yeah, I want to say like 2 years ago when he had this guy on his show called Reza, child, y'all know who that guy is. But yeah, so I'm like, so now he's gonna disrespect another group of women, like at this, another group of people. Like at this point, I just can't take him seriously. I really truly can't, because I honestly think that sometimes people need to know how to read a room and know when to be quiet. You know what I mean? And I don't think that he really is that emotionally literate. Now he said that he took he's got his master's in psychologically in psychology, but I don't see that educational prowess coming out when he's speaking. Now I didn't know he had a bachelor's on the master's, and yet he's not very eloquent when he speaks. He doesn't think before things come out of his mouth. He doesn't really think there's a repercussion for what he's saying. I feel as though he's confident saying it's about women. We know women he's talking about, and feel like there's not going to be any backlash, because the world is going to feel like he's talking about black women when the truth of the matter is he's talking about white women. That's who we sleep with. And please, I don't want to hear this about biracial this and biracial that, and biracials are black and they have black daddies and daddies to. No, no. Because if we're gonna be honest and we're gonna have a real conversation, I don't have a friend that's my Pearson. I just want y'all to know. That'd be one shiny golden tip booger, right? But not a shiny golden tip booger. Sometimes I need to shut the fuck up. But yeah, so and I honestly feel as though um, at some point he's going to have to really take a step back and analyze himself as opposed to trying to analyze everybody around him. So let's listen to this buffoonery, and then we're gonna get into really what I think. So let's see. Do you close this? How do you? What's happening here? There we go. Okay, I forgot how you go back. Oh, that's what's happening. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so of course this is fair use. This comes from
women
Angela
that
Yee's
probably
channel.
need assistance when it comes to female hygiene.
You got
this magnificent 20% that have no smell.
I think I'm part of the 2% because I definitely agree with 20. No, I'm narrowing it down. But even because I'm at the top of that 20%.
And those are the
in a room full of exoticals, right?
We up here with that.
Those are the keepers. Those are like, yo.
But it's funny how when he said that, how she started feeling uncomfortable. Look at how she started wiggling in her seat.
I'm narrowing it down. But even because I'm at the top of that 20%.
She probably got BB right now.
Because I definitely agree with 20. 20 is 20. I'm
20% that have no smell.
I think I'm part of the 2% because you got
this magnificent 20% that have no smell.
She lying.
I'm part of the 2% because I definitely agree with
2%.
No, I'm narrowing it down.
But even because
that cootie cat stank.
And those are the keepers. Those are the keepers.
And them legs is closed tight. Her and Angela closed. She don't want to see when her legs open.
If I could swirl around and like, it's gonna be a nice taste and everything.
That's amazing, but that's not normal.
That is normal.
If you eat a lot of fruit,
trust me,
it's normal for
fruit.
I guess men would know better than I
would. A lot of women aren't aware of themselves.
And maybe
but you
present
hear this,
company
ladies?
excluded.
Present company
we talk about this all the time.
Okay.
Do y'all know when y'all stinking up the room?
Like, I never stunk up a room.
Well, see, I said present.
I already know that.
See, that girl said yeah, and she said I never stunk up a room.
But that's the thing, because
I have smelled people stink up.
So Nick Cannon dumbass said.
Okay, so this is what I want to show y'all real quick, because this is coming from a man who used to mess with Gina 2, and we know who Gina 2 is, right? Okay, so because I want y'all to understand, black women, this is not your problem. He is not talking about you, okay? He is not talking about you at all. So he has a type, okay? He has a type. He has a type. He has never been linked to not one black woman. These are all his biracial. That may be one. I don't know who Jessica White is. Okay, she's also an exotical. Okay, here we go. So he hasn't been linked to one black woman. So he's saying all these women he's been linked to, all of them, besides maybe one or two, because 80% is a high number, we can maybe safely say all of them have nasty woman's disease. What Mr. Daddy say? She got that nasty woman's disease. Because, ladies, let's be real. You can go to the gym and have a killer, stellar workout and be sweaty and funky under your armpits and be smelling like heat, and your vagina does not smell like rotten cooch, not rotten vag. Okay? So, Mr. Dick Cannon, I am going to have to say you need to go to the doctor. You are passing on trichomonas and chlamydia, and them bitches don't want to tell you because they think it's going to ruin their bag because y'all got some kind of contractual agreement that they're not going to file child support or whatever the case may be. They've definitely signed over some type of rights by agreeing to have your child. I'm not stupid. I'm not no damn fool. So let's just be clear on that. Okay, you run around creating all these future white children and the future supremacists of the world, the future oppressors of the world. Y'all better go read that article. Cyn told us to read White Supremacy with a 10. I'll be happy to go over it for you because I definitely did as mother instructed and I read it. So what I would like for you guys to do, black women, is understand, number one, he's not talking to you. Number two, biracial women, your exotical preferences, this is on them. So this is what happened when y'all allow yourselves to get fucked up and ran through and allow yourselves to be the face of sex and the face of sexual degeneracy amongst a community. Biracials have a very negative stigma about them sexually. Okay, yeah, y'all might be the preference, y'all might get money from these dudes, etc., but y'all also highly rising, the most single motherhood, the most HIV patients, etc., etc., etc. And Jenny too is a perfect example on how the it girl can go from the having it girl in a matter of 3 to 5 years, because she was only popping for 3 to 5 years. Okay, and I don't. They say she had it for 10. Yeah, you was popping for 3 to 5, and you been laid low for the past 5 years. We don't know where you been. You only been posting on social media and looking worse and worse. I saw one picture a long time ago where I had started following her by then. It was one week I was spring breaking somewhere down south, and her bones was poking out her vagina. So y'all got to understand that men pass on diseases too. The most common STD in men is chlamydia and trichomonas, which have barely any symptoms, but it will make their cuckoo stink. And believe it or not, when a man has a bunch of female sexual partners, because I tell you what, he tells them baby mamas they better not sleep with nobody while he sleep with everybody. Believe that. And when you have those different bodily fluids, because because a man washes off the outside, if he doesn't urinate enough, and you can have your fluids can go into his penile canal. His penile canal, yeah. your juices have absorbed into his skin. That man still has that woman's essence on him and in him. So when he's going and going to stick it in another woman's, and sometimes these niggas don't even bathe. They wipe it off in the sink, go to the next broad. Like let's be real. Let's be clear about that. So remember his daddy was the number one degenerate in California. His daddy was like the top gangbanger. So this man does not come from good stock. Okay, so let's keep that all the way 100. I don't care how he changed himself appearance-wise. He still acts like some hooligan hoodlum from Compton, California, or wherever the hell he's from. Okay, I think they wear red wherever that is. I don't know which part of California wear what colors, because, that's not my thing. So let's be clear. So he has these women's essence still on him. And then he wants to go and sleep with another woman unprotected. One baby's dying, he got 2 more on the way. Like, come on. Now he's hiding behind lupus and all this other stuff. We don't know what's really wrong with these guys out there until they die. Then we still are not gonna know. All I know is he was sucking out that Jewish peen to get that show back, and he probably was doing literally and figuratively, because we know how they get down. Now watch this. Now this right here just completely pissed me off. I want to play a piece of it real quick, and then I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary on this nasty man's disease.
Look at this powerful turmeric serum, clinically proven to remove dark spots. It contained natural turmeric extract, which helps...
In the industry, it's funny, man. Like, even, man, it's like the movie I produced, and I've heard various things. Like I said, I watch that kid and love that kid. You see him out at little red carpets and stuff, and like the kid is popping. Like he gonna be somebody.
Like they so much far apart in age. Look at his little gang tattoo. Because that's where his old man hailed from.
And then you slowly see this turn, whatever it is. I've heard various things. Like I said, I don't really know, dude, but you hear whether it's substance abuse, whether it's psychiatric disorders.
This whole time he didn't say it didn't happen, though. I watched this already.
Just hard times. And he's not the only one. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of these people in the industry. It's funny, man. Like, even, man, it's like the movie I produced and starred in, Underclassmen, like 3 or 4 the young actors in there committed suicide.
Wow.
And I was like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, when and these were, I'm young when we're doing these movies. I'm casting kids like 18, 17, 16. My parents wanted me to make this amount of money, man.
Well, I've interviewed Orlando.
I've seen Where's your line of like?
It's a fine line. I feel that is the same Orlando that
illness all my life, from my family members to now even one of the reasons why I went back to school and get my master's in, neuropsychology is to understand the brain, because I've seen people. I know what a manic episode looks like. I know when someone's mind is moving so fast, you're like, hey, that's genius. But then the frantic, and it's like, it's so dangerous off of something, or they're slitting their wrist because, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's a little bit more complex and it gets deeper, but dealt with it all my life.
Yeah, it's mental.
I don't see it in here.
Balance.
Yeah, so
you're trying self-medicating to get
He's taking so long to get to the point.
And from, again, like we always talked about, access to excess, talented I truly am. And it happens on various levels.
We weren't even going to post it until you responded.
Yeah. Then legitimate media outlets went on, and I was like, my Malcolm X went on, and I was like, when he always says the media is the most powerful thing in the world.
I want to see if y'all pick up what I picked up on.
It'll have you, hating the oppressed and loving your oppressor. And I'm like, wow, like clearly, who is this?
Right, because the media has him loving his oppressor, right? The media got him really, really trying to make a whole nother white tribe of children. None of his children look black. The media done a number on him. And this is my whole thing. He's very hypocritical. And I want y'all to look at me when I say this. This is what a lot of black men feel like, especially when they make it to a certain financial plateau, and they don't have to be famous for doing it. Okay, just when they start making a certain amount of money, the inner white boy in them comes on. Just like, boom, there's white face. These are jazz hands. No. No, I'm serious. The inner white boy just comes on. That little white boy, that inner child, these black men's inner child is white. I don't give a fuck what you say. Because we all know nowhere in America, in this universe, in this nation or abroad, on any other continent, has black men been able to turn white people black. It has never happened. Okay? White people are so successful in blaqueamiento. Blaqueamiento is the whitening of those Spanish countries, of those Spanish islands that are now Spanish that surround us. From Jamaica to the Dominic to Haiti to all these surrounding little islands, Cuba. Okay, all of them have blaqueamiento. That's where a lot of the Spanish landed, and a lot of Spanish remained after Haiti kicked France out. Okay, so, and blaqueamiento was a very successful racial whitening campaign. Over in, there's a book, because where it started in Australia, those are indigenous people over there, all look white now. And there's a book called Rabbit Proof Fence. Read it. It may be a movie. I think it was adapted to film about a decade ago, maybe 20 years ago. Read Rabbit Proof Fence about how they was whitening up those people over there. Trust me, if they thought your sperm could eradicate whiteness, the miscegenation laws would have never been taken off the books if they thought you could erase whiteness through your sperm. Understand that. But you see how hypocritical this man is? His inner Malcolm X. Nigga, your inner Malcolm Little, because you're a degenerate. That's the only black man that ever changed his ways in history, that went from being a dusty to actually being a benefit to his community. That man turned loyal. How you gonna be Malcolm X and you sleeping around the world? How you gonna be Malcolm X and you disloyal and you don't benefit your own people at all? How? What are you doing? You going to school to understand the mind, bitch. Build a hospital, build a school, do something that your people need. You got Southeast tattooed on your arm, but what have you done for that poor community that's still riddled with gang violence? Matter of fact, your daddy ran the gang over there. Like, message, like y'all niggas love to put that at the end of their videos when they tell us stop wearing weave. Message, bitch. I got a message for your ass. Like, I hate how he gets all pro-black when it serves him, but where's your black family? Where's your black wife? Where are your black children? Where is that? Where are you trying to tell the people that they're actually indigenous and not black? Because black is a color and it has no constitutional value or constitutional rights. Like, come on, man. Where is it? Where? I always refer back to one of the first books I read that really politicized me in elementary school. Yes, I was a revolutionary in elementary school. You can ask anybody who knew me. I've been talking about politics and stuff my entire life. But was by Dr. Carter G. Woodson, The Miseducation of the Negro. That was one of the most profound, important books that I've ever read. Now, I don't know if he was a degenerate Dusty. I've never looked into him because I didn't want him to change my view and the respect that I have for him for what he had actually written in that book. And we all know one of the main things he said was that the more education and money you get, the least likely you are to benefit your community. And that wasn't for white and black people. That was just for black people because Jeff Bezos got his motherfucking money and he built a hospital out there in L.A. for his community. What are these Negroes doing? Let me see. I know I was joining this live for the real truth. Come on, girl. Because he want to say women stink, but we all know who his preference is. So really he's saying 80% of white bitches, monkeys, is out of there and it stink. But y'all still going in at Live at 5 and Raw, by the way. And you know she got vaginal hygiene issues and you still gonna go and put a baby in that. That's just how much you hate your own blackness and don't want to replicate it. But let's go. I want you to listen to this degenerate and how he
this
thinks.
Headline helping. And when I watch my own people post shit, and I'm like, okay, so this is clearly clickbait.
But so now we his people. You see what I'm saying? Now we his people. Now and let's be clear. When Nick Cannon was talking about 80% of women think, the assumption is he's talking about black women, even though he's never been tied to one. But when black men talk shit about women, they're always talking. He's not specifying. He's not saying shit to women. 80% of women I like. You know what I'm saying? But we all know all your sexual experiences has been with the biracial, racially ambiguous, exotical. So we know who you talking about, nasty Nick Dick Cannon. Long, strong, and stank. Shoot. You think you not the one passing on this funk to all these women's wombs? And promiscuity in men can lead to birthing issues in women. Okay.
So you get extra money for posting this? Because clearly you see my young brother is in pain and struggling, so you're exploiting him. Then you come at me for no reason, like big headline, Nick Cannon sucks dick, and I'm like, all right. And I
you didn't say you didn't though.
How does this work? And we've had this conversation off camera before because one thing Vlad TV is a master at, and you know how to get somebody to click it to say, I want to watch that. Moved around to not just for clickbait, but to up here and spend my time. Like, you want to believe I suck dick? All right, where's your Nick Cannon sucks dick? And it says he sucks all the dick in the industry. But like, come on, man. Like, that's not what needs to be addressed. The two things I felt needed to be addressed: the fact that my young brother needs help, and the fact that media, iHeartMedia, when I saw iHeart post that got billions, and they sit in those billion-dollar companies, I sit back laughing at it like, look how they love the billion-dollar companies, those establishments. I sit back laughing at it like, look how they love to tear each other down. No other.
Now, look, that looks so gay, y'all. Why did I pause it on his gay moment? But look, I paused on his gay moment, girl. Look. Okay, but see, now he loves to get our pro-black. No other race of people tear each other down. Well, bitch, no other race of men love white people more, like white vag more than y'all. Pedestalize white women more than y'all. Leave your own women and children unprotected in experimental environments called ghettos, because we know what ghettos really are, right? More than y'all. But now everybody talking about you suck dick, and all of a sudden black people love to tear each other down. You got 8 baby mamas. You have procreated with not one person like you or your mama, or your daddy for that matter. So I'm just really trying to figure out what is his true intention. It's like, that's why you can't trust these pro-black dudes. You can't trust them. They're not. That's why I have a tattoo that says conscious. Because I'm conscious of my surroundings and I'm politically aware. I'm politically conscious and I'm socially conscious. That's what my tattoo means. Because I understand that those pro-blacks are just professional blacks which means they're professional at being black. And when you're professional at being black, you know how to use that black card profusely and unequivocally and unobjectively. So you can take that card, swipe that card, and all the bullshit that you are selling is going to be purchased. And all the bullshit you buying to regurgitate is going to be sold to you, probably at a low interest rate. So what we have to understand is we have to understand the decipher the bullshit. I knew that, now I like Young Pharaoh. I always did. But I knew that he had cheated on that yoga mat girl with that girl Golden. And I know that yoga mat girl has stole him from another broad. So, and I also looked at how they look phenotypically. So I knew he's not a fan of black women either. You see what I'm saying? So I look at their hair texture and what their hair looks like in its natural state. And they always give this biracial curl to it as to an actual afro that's not limp and dead. You know, the wavy. That's my wavy hair. So I knew he was full of shit. You could tell a lot about a man by the woman that he chooses and how he treats that woman. White people say this all the time. You can tell a lot about the black race by how the black man treats his woman. Okay? They don't pedestalize us. They don't say our black is beautiful. They demean us and downgrade us on a social level, on a physical level, and also in government. And they definitely do it financially because they say that all of us are welfare queens, even though the first welfare queen that Reagan was talking about, was a biracial exotical preference. That's who the welfare queen was. Okay? So cut the bullshit. So he's pro-black when it suits him. Okay? Because he's not pro-black in his everyday life.
Community. But our community does it. No other community laughs and jokes at someone else's turmoil or someone else, whatever the situation is. And I feel like that's where I was like, I want to elevate the free.
Nah, see, and I hate when you make it such a racial thing. Because we see white people talking about the dumb shit white people do all the time. All you gotta do is watch White Ratchet TV, which is TLC, the 600-pound life, my 600-pound sister, Judy, what's her name? The fat white daughter who go with that 21-year-old man, black man. What was that white trash show? All of them was white trash shows. Just Blanco Brusso. I thought he said trash. Lord, the colonizer did a number on us. They didn't want to bring they rich white elite over here. We just got the swamp track. Give us your sick, your poor, your tired, and your weary, and not look at it. You can see them all on TLC. Okay? So, and they laughing at each other all the goddamn time. That show ridiculousness where white people do stupid shit and get laughed at all the goddamn time. They laugh at each other too. Lindsay Lohan, white people was dragging that bitch through the mud, not us. Britney Spears, white people was dragging that bitch through the mud. She was exploited by white people. Okay? So stop it. Stop making this a racial thing because the boy said you sucking dick, and instead of unequivocally denying that you was sucking dick, you saying that shame on black people for spreading out the rumors that I was sucking dick. Say you wasn't, and then if they want to say I was sucking dick, then I was sucking dick. Bitch, hell no. Because if you want to say I was eating on some pussy, bitch, I'm going to beat your ass for talking about my sexual business. Okay? I wouldn't give a fuck if I did it. I'm going to say I didn't do it on TV, and I'm going to beat your ass in private. This is why people think it's true. I think it's true. I think he was smashing Orlando Brown. Somebody did something to him, just like somebody did something to Raz B. You don't just all of a sudden go nuts. So even if you have schizophrenic tendencies or imbalanced frequencies in your brain, something has to trigger them. Just like when people go from HIV to AIDS, like Genie 2 did, something triggered that. You see what I'm saying? And then it was a downward spiral. Let's go.
Frequencies that we on, man. And the fact that, like, the funniest...
Yes, Honey Boo Boo. That's that white... Boy, the whole family is full of trash. And did y'all see that girl? Did y'all see that boyfriend she got? A 21-year-old dust bunny. He looked like all he had was some trash bags. And now she about to pay for him some light band surgery and her. Let me tell you something. He gonna get her pregnant. He gonna take her money. He gonna get slim and fine. And he gonna move on to another white bitch that he can find with some most monies. Shoot. And it's funny how they want black women to be super fine, no weave, real hair, down our ass crack, and all these attributes that you can really atone to the white community. They want us to be all of this bumbling perfection, but then they'll go talk to this white bitch. This fat, flat back, flabby, underage little white girl that came from the slums who didn't have no teeth, and the one she had was green, and her mama had a matching set of yellers. Okay? Like, get the fuck out of here. Stop it. And this dirty dick cannon want to say 80% of women stink because all 8 of his baby mama's pussy stink. Let's be real. And baby, we y'all remember that what's her name? Mark Jacobs. Was that Mark Jacobs? No, it wasn't Mark Jacobs. Who was Mariah Carey married to that took her antique car set? He said her pussy stank. Matter of fact, I was watching 90 Day Fiance, and the little Mexican boy said he didn't want to fuck that white bitch because her pussy stank. Every time you hear about a man on TV humiliating a woman by her body odor, it's always a European. And he out there passing out that nasty woman's disease from woman to woman to woman because this got absorbed in his penile tissue, and he want to say it's the woman's fault. Boy, you got trichomonas and badger vaginosis. What's it? I said badger vaginosis. I can't even pronounce the shit, bitch. You know my pussy clean. Vaginosis, bacterial vaginosis. All up in your penile canal. You passing that shit from bitch to bitch, and then you want to say she stank. Yeah, she stank. Because you done put us, you shot your funky load in there. Your bacterial infested sperm. It's infected probably with that genocide disease. Then you got your penis infected with some bacterial vaginosis with a little shot of chlamydia and a little gonorrhea mixed up in there. And then you wonder why these babies is born with birth defects. Did you know that tainted, nasty sperm can create an unhealthy fetus? Did you know that? Then they got to treat your STD through the mama to get to the womb. And she ain't even got shit. But your baby in there sick because you're sick penile penis. Like, this don't make no sense. Now he want to pull out his inner Malcolm X. Nigga, he pulling out his inner Detroit Red. Because Detroit Red love white bitches and he love robbing motherfuckers and he wasn't shit. And he damn sure wasn't going to enhance his community. But don't disrespect Malcolm X and say, baby, that's the world's first. He should be in a Guinness Book of World Records. Because Malcolm X recovered from dustism. Sin better keep the cliches coming. But look at this.
A whole dissertation about this.
He wrote a dissertation.
Man,
okay.
Anybody got to write that much shit, they got to be sucking dick.
They got to be sucking dick. Anybody who laughing that much about sucking dick is sucking dick.
That's the gayest paragraph.
Like, so y'all see how he love to say black power this, black power that, but then he want to talk down and say women's pussy stink. Well, let me tell you something. Right here. I looked up some of these nasty dick diseases. As all his exes, that's what he like right there. That's what he like right there. He ain't attached to not now black woman. Nothing but a bunch of exotical preferences. What disease? Let's see here. Is this the one? I looked up nasty man's disease. Leave me alone. And it's going to say, let's see here. I'm just going to look it up. Most common STIs in men. I had it pulled up somewhere. I guess I don't have it here. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Look at this. Chlamydia. And then later on down here is going to be trichomonas. The trichomonas go away in males. Hell no, y'all keep passing it. Around and around and around you go. That STD is exclusively for men. And that's the only way women get it. Through men. Let me see. Sis, I love the convo. I feel like my homegirl having a convo with me. Keep it coming. I will, girl. I will. And I just feel like women, y'all have to guard yourself because I'm going to tell you something. As black women, we are the least protected, right? So that means a man will have that nasty man's disease. No, he fucking nasty bitches. They come back and fuck you. They all have a fantasy or a fetishization in their mind about fucking a woman of a different race. I don't know why, but when I talk to my white friends, and yes, I do have them. whatever. When I talk to the white guys at work, okay, goddamn, shit. We ain't friends, but we get money together, so that make you my friend, baby. So, when I talk to them at work, they don't even think about fucking outside their race. Most of them are older because we've been in the industry for the oil and gas and trucking industry for so long until they're older. The average white man by 25 is married. Let's be honest. My homeboy Ricky, I ain't gonna say his last name, but he adopted his wife's he's married to a beautiful lady named Crystal, and he adopted her daughter. Not only was he a stepfather and raised him, but he knew her white daddy. It wasn't about racial, because I know y'all thought it was a nigga that ran, but white men run too. They very seldom, but they catch ghosts too. They probably had some black friends. But and he married Crystal, and that little girl asked him to be her daddy or something. I forgot how it went, but it made me cry in the back of the truck. I ain't gonna lie, I was hiding my face, but I'm a Capricorn. I'm emotional. Yes, I am. I'm sensitive. And I am. I know y'all don't believe it, but I am. But and he adopted that little girl. Now, black men, I ain't talking about don't raise nobody else's kids. These white boys out there adopting kids that ain't theirs just because, hell, I've been raised here. You might as well have my last name. Like, y'all have to stop it. And I'm so sick of everybody saying not all of us. It's enough for y'all for us to generally speak and be talking about you. Okay? And instead of saying, oh, it's not all, why don't you do better? Because I know men who have raised other men's kids, but I know more men who have abandoned their children than raised other men's kids. You see what I'm saying? I know more fatherless men with fatherless children than I know fatherless men with that they have fathered children. Okay, the number is way more high on the other side of the spectrum. I'm sorry. And even less than that, do I know fathered men who have fathered children. Okay? That's even more of a minute number. So, like, come on, man. Y'all got to stop blaming us. Y'all stop talking about our wigs and nails and talk about how y'all can do better and benefit society. Because him going on a podium full of biracials who pussy all look like they stink. Do y'all want me to show y'all how uncomfortable them women's was? That's talking about the nasty woman's disease? Let me show you. Okay, they was all wiggling in their seat and keeping their legs closed tight because they ain't want big dick Nick, dirty dick Cannon to get a whiff of that. You know how they
send a women that probably need.
You know how that Batman movie? Y'all remember that Batman movie where he said, "Get a load of me." Look, okay, just watch these women. Watch them.
Assistance when it comes to female hygiene.
You got
this magnificent 20% that have no smell.
I think I'm part of the.
20% that have no smell.
I think I'm part of the.
This magnificent 20% that
have no smell. She started scooting her chair. That leg got tighter. So we know who got bacterial vaginosis over there. We know who got it. Them two. Cause Gucci over there, her legs wide open. She don't give a fuck.
I'm narrowing it down.
But even
I'm at the top of that 20.
Legs wide open. She don't give no fuck. Baby, them legs, baby, they closed tight. Pistol grip, pump on my lap at all times. I have whatever. Young niggas stay dying. Hollering about, huh? Say what? For that yeast. Okay, I quit. Okay. I'm gonna be good. Okay, so stay tuned. I'm about to do another video. I really didn't want to be this much into this, but it's like, bro, how you gonna be pro-black, don't have no black family, and then you not even taking personal accountability for the fact that you're the reason why 80% of your baby mama's pussy stink. Like, come on. Stop it. You fucking 8 women at the same time, and probably some more women ready to join the team, and you think you're not the common denominator in that circle of funk? Baptized in the funk. so functified. That boy got got that nasty dick disease. Y'all better stop playing and leave Dick Cannon alone. Shit. All right, y'all. This is Blackspin, and I'm out. Stay tuned, because I'm coming right back into it, too.